What's poppin'? It's Pengy. Today, live from Konoha Cliff, I'm gonna be bringing you guys the top 5 things that beginners on Naruto Online need to know. So let's get right into it. So coming in at number 5 is going to be rebates, and rebates. This is the most important thing that is going to be on this list. I figured I would talk about it first because I don't know how far people are going to watch. So, number one thing, you want to save everything you can. Most important things to save are coupons, which are these little boys up here, and seal scrolls, which you get in here. Um, if you save those up to a certain amount, you could spend them at smarter times to get the most out of these things because these are precious resources. So there are Fuku deals that come out about once a month for your coupons. You can use your coupons during a Fuku deal to get free power items and even a whole free ninja just for spending it during that event. So the best thing to do is save up a large amount of coupons, around 20 to 30,000 to max out a Fuku deal, which is usually around 25,000 coupons, 30,000 coupons. So you can get that free ninja and then also spend on something that gives you a lot of power items back rather than spending on something that does not and just buying a straight ninja. Like some events that are bad to just spend in general would be like the Fateful Choice, which is going on right now, where you don't really get anything back for doing these except for like um, like some epic refine runes or whatever. But that's just not worth it compared to like spending on a lucky board, which gets you all these power items back, or Konoha's Great Tree, which gets you like a lot of good stuff back. You want to make sure you're spending the stuff efficiently because this is the stuff that you don't get a lot. Steel scrolls, same way. You want to make sure you're spending them all in relatively the same place, and you want to make sure that you're spending them at large amounts at once so you can get steel scrolls back during the recruitment rebate. So, and for as far as sealed scrolls go too, a lot of the treasures are trash and they're just baits to get you to spend them in. The only two that I would ever recommend you to spend seal scrolls in are 5 Kage treasure and Great Ninja War treasure. I recommend the Great Ninja War treasure. I spent on 5 Kage treasure on this account and I'm gonna start going into Great Ninja War. Um, because if you spend all of them in here, you can go for the super rares, which take a lot of seal scrolls, but you will eventually get as long as you are playing. And there are a lot more ninjas to get in these compared to these other ones that you're just gonna get eventually if you're playing long enough, just from free pools. As far as other rebates go, refining rebates are the next most important rebate to go to. You want to make sure you're saving your refine runes. It's fine to use your mediums and your basic refines, especially basic refines. You can get those out of the way whenever you want. But medium refines, you want to make sure you're using on on rebates. You don't have to, but advanced refines 100% you're using on a rebate. There's a rebate going on right now. Um, this is what you get back. You don't really get the best stuff back for it, but that's not what it's about. It's about these wish credits. So what happens with this is that you get like 20% of the refining back if you do multiple levels at once. So you want to save your refine runes so to go from like 7 to 8 to 9 to 10 all at once on one piece of equipment so that you're saving somewhere around like 400 500 refine runes, which is huge. That's like 20,000 coupons of value or something. Like it's gigantic. Everything else, there's a rebate for almost everything in this game. Research it, make sure that you're getting the most out of everything. Some things you can do away with, but if you're a free to play player or just someone who doesn't spend a lot, rebates are the best way to keep up with people who are spending all the time. Coming in at number 4 is going to be how to spend your Moonscrolls and your Sunscrolls. So, Moonscrolls and Sunscrolls are weekly rewards that you get for doing your dailies. You get like a decent amount of them every week to spend here in the grocery storage room, and as far as sunscrolls go, Bang, Magitama, Magatama, or whatever, are just like not really worth it. I used to buy these seal scrolls, but I think I definitely would recommend you buy advanced refine runes because they are really annoying to get. And this is the best way to get them. You get so many of these a week just from this. Like, this is where I get most of them. Getting seal scrolls honestly is really greedy for ninjas because honestly, power matters way more than ninjas, and you just have to grind that into your head. Moonscrolls, when you're first starting out, you want to definitely use your Moonscrolls for common thread and common cloth because that gives you a lot of power right away. And then you probably want to do your basic refines up a decent amount, like maybe 2 levels, because it doesn't really take a lot to do that. And then once you get that out of the way, you want to start getting cave keys, and get 1,050, which is enough to get a full rebate on the cave key rebate, which goes back to the whole rebate thing. You want to make sure you're using everything on a rebate. The cave key rebate gives you an ultimate treasure essence, which is super good for power, and also just gets you free cave keys back, which is great. And getting a good like amount of rune stones is super good for your power early on. So you probably want to do like 2 cave key rebates with your moon scrolls before you decide on what you want to do next. After that, it's pretty optional. You definitely want to avoid experimental vials or like any of this training stuff. You want to trading potions are okay. Uh, Going into medium refines, not bad. You can once you do enough strong approaches, you definitely want to do your medium cloth because you get a lot of free advanced cloth to upgrade your battle armor to level 27, which gives you a lot of free power. Otherwise, like you just want to avoid some of the bad stuff like test ninja tickets and these purple ninja pools, which just aren't worth it. And going for things like training potions and refine runes and medium thread or advanced thread once you get there. Um, Getting a basis of bells is good. It's all like pretty much optional. Outside of like the beginning, you definitely want to go for the cave keys and the basic common cloth and refines. So the third thing to talk about is something that's optional that a lot of players do, but you don't have to do. But um, if you are going for maximum efficiency and you plan to play for a long time, I guess I would recommend you do it. I personally didn't do it because I was impatient. But what this is level freezing, which you do around like levels like 70-ish. Like you once you get up to the mission where you can sweep for all of these orbs or whatever. You want to do all of your main plot instances until you can sweep for these, and then from there on out, you want to minimize the amount of experience you're getting by avoiding things like the ninja test or nine tails or doing in, your plot instances. Definitely, you don't want to do those. Avoiding like stuff like that. There's guides out there. You can look them up. But the reason why people do this is because you get for Sage World Battlefield, if you are a top player, you get extra rewards in seal scrolls and a lot of advanced refine runes. So if you're lower level, you get put into the lower Sage World camps, which allow you to get good win streaks if you're powering up, and um, you get those advanced refines back, and eventually you'll level up and be able to catch up and level. You look up a guide, it's out there. I think that most people should know that it's out there before they get up to that level, which is like 70 something. So coming in next is going to be what kind of ninjas you should be going for as a new player. So Really early on, before you're really buying any ninjas, like you can use whatever lineup you want. If you want to see like these cool characters or whatever, you want to do whatever's fun for you, like go for it. Like whatever is the most fun. But if you are looking for whatever is the most competitive, as far as free to play goes, so this is my newer account. As far as free to play goes, something like this is usually what people would go for. Maru is probably the best free to play ninja that you're gonna get because he scales, and if you use him with Kabuto, it's super good because Kabuto applies his curse mark and makes him scale up. Sasuke's barrier helps out Kibimaru too, and he just becomes your carry ninja. Your main ninja is almost always like your best ninja really early on. Once you get like something rare, throw that in your lineup like immediately because that stuff's just always better. Like Karui, the seasonal ninja is good. Shizuka, not too long ago, also a great ninja. When you are forming your lineup, it's always formed around like your position one ninja, and you want to stack your position one ninja because that's just the way people play. Your position one ninja usually wants to be somebody who scales or somebody who interrupts the other person because because he has the most initiative in your lineup. Um, on my main, my position one in this lineup is Shizuka. She interrupts, and so she gets like the best equipment. And I have Sage 6 Path Naruto. I also do this. He'd be my position one ninja here, and you just want to base the rest of your lineup around that one ninja. What people go for nowadays um, is different than what I have, I guess, other than Sage 6 Path Naruto, which is always going to be decent. Edo, Minato, super great ninja. I'm currently collecting his frags. I'm going to be going for that. Once you get him 4-star, you can break him through, which makes him like probably the best ninja in the game, in my opinion. There's also Red Hot Blooded Habanero Kushina, also a great ninja. I'm also collecting her frags right now. You break her through, also becomes a beast. Um, Other stuff that people use like Earth Grudge Fear Kakazu. He 4 stars break him through, becomes super good. Like that's the thing with some of this is like getting them 4-star can be a pain, but like that's just what you have to do to be competitive sometimes. Kakashi Summer is also a good ninja to go for if you're looking for something some other carry ninja to not break through. Um, like go for whatever is good seems good to you. Like there's a lot of great ninjas in this game. But the position one ninja is always what you want to look to build around. As far as other like free to play ninjas to go for, you want to be looking for some ninjas for your Ninetales lineup so you can be competitive in Ninetales. Some recommendations: Osmo Windblade. He is a staple in any Ninetales lineup because he gives attack and ninjutsu to all ninjas. He's easy to get because he's a ninja collection as long as you have the ninjas before him, and you can start leveling him up, breaking him through. Um, Other good ones for Ninetales. First Hokage Hashirama. If you happen to come across him, you can use him. Otherwise, as a replacement, you can do Yamato. You always want a barrier ninja for Ninetales. I use Darui personally because um, he does a barrier right away, and I can just go in auto, and I don't have to consciously do my Ninetales. This is what my lineup looks like. I have like the double lightning armor, the barrier, and the Asuma Windblade. Aruka's another really good ninja for Ninetales. You want to get him through Fragments Refinement. Um, there's like a lot of different ninjas to go for. Do your research, figure it out, and do whatever seems fun for you. And finally, the last thing that you should know is how to efficiently spend ignots um, or ingots, however you say it. If you are a free-to-play player, then this obviously doesn't matter. But if you want to lightly spend, I personally lightly spend. The best thing to do is the monthly cards. The monthly cards are these right here. You get your ingots back right away, and then you also get, or in the form of coops, you get them right back. And then you get these. You get to collect these for 30 days. After you do it, it costs one 900 ingots to do both of these. Uh, it's just the best thing that you can do with your ingots if you want to go above and beyond. Otherwise, the froggy is the next best thing you can do. Um, the the monthly cards give you a 600% rebate. This only gives you around like 250% or 300% rebate. I forget what it is. So it's not as great, but you can do more with this. Like you can spend more ingots. So it depends how much you want to spend. You definitely don't want to fall into traps. Never use your ingots on like events. That's just not worth it, like almost ever. Um, that's about it. Like your main goal with ingots is to turn them into coupons. If you want to go really above and beyond, you can do try your luck. Um, Otherwise, like your main goal in Naruto Online is to get coupons because you spend coupons, you do a Fuku deal, you get power items, you power up. That is always like my main goal and what I'm looking for. So unless you get better power items, you always want to go for coupons in like everything. My favorite like dailies to do are like convoys. You can't skip convoys because you get 80 coupons a day. If you can plunder, then plunder. That's 50 more coupons a day. Um, so if you're gonna spend ingots, benefit hall, monthly cards, Naruto's Froggy, try your luck, slowly accrue coupons so that you can spend coupons on your rebates because you don't want to spend ingots directly on things because that's just straight inefficient because you can almost always get double or more back on those ingots turning them into coupons. So, just some final thoughts to conclude. If you're a new player, I know things can get really overwhelming because there's a lot to this game, um, and you can't always know what's the best. My best advice, if you didn't watch the entire video, I'll probably have a time stamp to this in the description. Um, Save your coupons, save your seal scrolls for precious rebates because that is just the most important thing. Research lineups, research ninjas. There's tier lists online. There's a lot of videos on it. I'll probably make one in the future. Um, just do as much as you can every day to get coupons and all this other stuff because the things that come free are the most important things. Like anything in Ninja Handbook, like this is just free stuff. Like free stuff is great in this game. You just need to make sure that you get the most out of every week. So thanks for watching. If you made it this far, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. So this is Pengy checking out. See ya.